Chat. Welcome back to another banger for you guys. Welcome back to the Harris Room Sports. And today we are talking about our new look Cavaliers. And as we all know, we were all skeptical of the James Harden trade. Yes, he is a top 10 scorer. Yes, he is a top 75 player of all times. But our questions were asked, is he going to be able to do it in the playoffs, right? That is our biggest question right now. And let me tell you why I think James Harden will be able to do it in the playoffs for our Cleveland Cavaliers to start, and why I think that the Keon Ellis, Dennis Schroeder, and James Harden was a good move from all aspects out of Cleveland, right? As we know, Dennis Schroeder, he knows winning basketball, right? He led his team to a World Cup championship. He led his national team to a silver or bronze medal during the last Olympics. So Dennis Schroeder knows what it takes to win meaningful basketball games, right? And that's what we need most. Yes, Donovan Mitchell, he understands how to win games, but this man cannot do it all by himself. And this is where James Harden fits into the picture. It was some major noise coming out of Cleveland with James Harden being traded to the Cavaliers. They acquired James Harden, Dennis Schroeder, and Keon Ellis. At the surface level, everybody was confused, right? Everybody was like, oh, James Harden, he's much older than Darius Garland. James Harden isn't going to be able to run the offense as well as Darius Garland. And from a small sample size, I think that we are a whole new dynamic of a team coming out of the East, right? I think that we can beat any team out of the East right now. I think our biggest problem is going to be the Detroit Pistons with Cade Cunningham and his ability to punish all defenses. But we're going to focus on why James Harden is a great fit for our Cleveland Cavaliers and why they look so scary right now, right? As you know, Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, they're both under 6'2", and that was causing problems on our defense, right? Our defensive rating was lacking in all areas because they were picking on Darius Garland. They were putting him in uncomfortable pick and roll in situations. And yes, James Harden is not known for his defense, but James Harden, he is 6'5". He has a very athletic frame, and he is able to contest shots way better than a 6'2" Darius Garland was, right? Let's look at our last game against Denver Nuggets. He was able to get 3 blocks in that game, something that Darius Garland has yet to do. James Harden, he's bringing a new type of energy, a new type of flow to the team. As you know, Darius Garland, he was only averaging, if I'm not mistaken, 18 points and 7 rebounds. 18 points and 6 assists per game, while James Harden, he is averaging 25 points on the season right now. Let's see. He is averaging 25 points, 1.2 steals, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. All upgrades from that Darius Garland trade. And the reason our defense was so kind of hectic is because everybody knew that we would try to switch Darius Garland off the on-ball defender, and it was just kind of lacking in our Cleveland Cavaliers defense, right? We were allowing 122 points per game, and it was just a not good flow. Yes, the Cavaliers are top 5 in offensive scoring per game in the NBA, but we just could not get a stop on defense. And in the small sample size, we are down from 122 points a game to averaging only giving up 117 points per game, which is going to come good in the long run. The last 2 games, we have won both of them with James Harden in lineup, with one of them being a championship contending team. James Harden unlocks a whole new aspect of our athletic bigs, though. That is really what I'm going to focus on here. Jarrett Allen, he has not had over 20 points per game, excluding the 40-point game he had since, I believe, November 19th. And in the 3 games that he has played with James Harden, he has unlocked a whole new Jarrett Allen. Jarrett Allen has had 22, 21, and 24 points each in the games that he has played with Harden. He is taking more shot attempts. James Harden's ability to run an offense through a pick and roll is something that we haven't seen in the Cleveland Cavaliers offense in a very long time, right? Darius Garland, he was not a threat in that pick and roll situation. Only being 6'2", he was not a lethal shooter, and he was not lethal at attacking the paint, which James Harden is both good at. He is lethal when attacking the paint. I believe he is ninth in drives per game and attempts at the rim. He is also a knockdown shooter. It changes the flow of the offense because teams were double teaming Donovan Mitchell and leaving Darius Garland to make a decision whether he wanted to pass the ball or try to make a play. But Darius Garland, with his height only being 6'2", he was not able to make those long passes. He was averaging more turnovers and just wasn't getting the job done. But Harden unlocks that for Jared Allen. Jared Allen is better able to roll to the rim because they have to hedge Harden so hard because of his ability to both attack the basket and shoot the ball. But the difference in these two players is Harden's ability to lead the offense and get others involved, right? This is a hot take, and this is a very good hot take. I believe if James Harden was our PG all year, Jared Allen would be a all-star, right? James Harden unlocks every single ability of those athletic bigs for that Cleveland Cavaliers team, and he is just changing the whole flow of the team, right? I was listening to a post-game interview that James Harden did after the Nuggets game, and he was commending the team because James Harden only shot four shot attempts in that game, but they were still able to blow a team out by 35. And if I'm not mistaken, that was actually against the Wizards, right? Against the Denver Nuggets, he had 22 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 blocks. So he really showed up when it mattered most. He hit a game. Not a game winning three, but a game kind of getting ahead three in transition. Should have got the and one from that basket, but the refs didn't call it. But that Denver game was back and forth, and James Harden showed up in the clutch, right? And my biggest takeaway from this, outside of him unlocking Jared Allen's ability, Evan Mobley's hurt right now, so we don't know how that is going to change the flow of the team. But my biggest takeaway is Donovan Mitchell has another bona fide star to take that pressure off him late games, right? Late game, Donovan Mitchell was the only one with the ball in the fourth quarter, right? Donovan Mitchell, he was scoring, I believe, averaging about 14 to 16 points in the fourth quarter, and their ability to go back and forth and punish the opposing defense on both ends will be something that shines later throughout the season. You had Sam Merrill. He just had a career game. He was putting on a clinic. Sam Merrill, if I'm not mistaken, he ended the game with 25 points, and he went 7 for 7 from 3 in that last game. So James Harden is going to unlock the ability for our shooters as well. And they're just going to continue to make improvements, right? Against the Washington Wizards, Sam Merrill ended with 32 points. He was 91% on field goals, 90% from the three with 5 rebounds. So James Harden is not only going to unlock the bigs, but he's going to unlock our shooters as well, because there's going to be so much focus on Donovan Mitchell and James Harden that teams are going to have to rotate. They're going to have to rotate late, and the best decision of who is going to punish you has to be made, right? Are you going to let James Harden go for 40 points and 5 assists, or are you going to let him go for 15 points and 15 assists? Are you going to let Donovan Mitchell go for 40 points and 2 assists, or are you going to let him go for 10 points and 15 or 20 assists, right? All of those pieces around the Cavaliers are starting to line up and add up with this new trade going into the season. And Keon Ellis, he is another sneaky pick what is a good takeaway from this trade. Keon Ellis, he is averaging, I believe, 2 steals and 1 block. He is in his 3rd year, so he does have some youth under him. He's going to be another point of defense for our guard position. He's going to be on that second unit as well as Dennis Schroeder. And Dennis Schroeder is going to add a spark to that second unit as well. With the Lonzo Ball experiment really failing, he wasn't as athletic as he used to be. His 3-point shot had fallen flat, and he wasn't able to hit them like he normally was. Dennis Schroeder is going to bring that edge. He's going to bring that spark in that second unit. He's going to be able to score points as well as play some good transition defense. Jalen Tyson, he is really showing up in the lineup. He is really becoming the star that we had hoped him to be. And it's just looking good for the Cavaliers, right? The Cavaliers felt stale and stagnant for that season. Over the last 17 games, we have won 14 of them. We're currently 4th in the Eastern standings right now. We're only 7 games behind first, but only 2.5 games behind second. So we actually have the ability to sweep the table after this All-Star break. We have about a week off, and then it is going to heat up from there. I am excited to see what these new Cavaliers look like following this All-Star break and everything that they got going on. On the 19th, on my birthday, Cavs are going to play Brooklyn at 7 p.m. on Friday. You got Cleveland at Charlotte, and then it's kind of gonna go up from there. And I'm excited to see what the Cavs bring to the table. I'm excited to see how we end the season. And we have some really good games coming up, and we have the opportunity to really make some things happen. So stay tuned, stay involved. Let's go Cavaliers. Let's make sure we make a deep run into the playoffs. Let's make sure we are on our P's and Q's and we don't get a second round exit to a weaker Indiana team like we did last year. I appreciate you guys for tuning in to Harris from Sports. We got a lot of videos coming up soon on either Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to upload a video of a recap of the Olympics. Team USA, we are currently not in first place. I believe we are third in medals right now at a total of 18 medals. We have 17 medals. We have 4 gold medals. Norway is in first with 18 total medals and 8 gold. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. You'll be seeing a video drop on the Olympics a little bit later. We got a group chat going on where we drop sports updates and this is that and other. So, hey, stay tuned to me. We got some big stuff on the way. As you see, the podcast studios coming together. I got 2 paintings up right now. I got a third that's going up this weekend. So appreciate you guys. Let's keep the following going up. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next one.